Okay, we have a 1500 point battle report for you today. I've got my foot Eldar on the table here. You know, you've seen it before: Avatar, Wraithguard, Eldrad, bunch of Guardian squads, all kinds of monstrous creature goodness. And I'm facing Grey Knights, pretty awesome army. 3 Razorbacks, one of them loaded with Purifiers, 2 of them loaded with regular troops. 12 Terminators, 6 Terminators here, 6 more over here, and a Librarian in this unit. The guy takes 5 powers. He's got like almost every power. Actually, he's got 3 divination powers, 1 for Primaris divination power. I think he has also the Primaris telepathy power. Pretty awesome. We are fighting over the relic in the middle of the board. That's what the board looks like. And my opponent, if he wants to conceal initiative, I decided not to reposition anything. I did go first, didn't bother repositioning. My opponent can choose to steal initiative if he wants to. All right, yeah, go for it. No, gets a 4. So I will be going first, and we're off to the races. Eldar is going first. Back in a bit. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Eldar. Forgot to mention I did take all my regular Eldar powers. I didn't try to roll on anything fancy, so I fortuned these guys, fortuned that guy, guided the Warwalkers. What happened? Ran 6 inches, ran 5 inches, just coming towards that army there. This guy fired at the Terminators with the StarC cannon back here. Couldn't get any wounds to stick, though, through the cover save. This guy blasted at the vehicle here, got a penetration, but got stopped by the ruin cover on the vehicle there. Warwalkers blasted in. Yeah, doing a little battle report. Warwalkers blasted in, killed 4 Terminators, and then this guy finished off those Terminators. This Wraithlord just took a bunch of AP2 shots, finished off the remaining 2. Missile over here, blasting that vehicle, but couldn't get through the armor. And what else did I forget to mention? I rolled for Warlord trait. He's going to be my Warlord. I rolled for, he gets Feel No Pain when he's within 3 inches of the objective. My opponent rolled for Warlord trait. His Librarian gains victory points for killing dudes. So that's that. So on to bottom of turn 1 for Grey Knights. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Grey Knights. No powers attempted. My opponent didn't want to risk taking any perils right now. So what happened? Some shooting over here. Shooting from these guys. Psy cannons couldn't do much, but then a single Stormbolter hit, got through, wounded me, and I failed the rerollable. So one of these guys is toast from the Stormbolter. It's because it's a Grey Knight. Grey Knights are that much more awesome that they can kill Wraithguard with Stormbolters. What happened over here? A bunch of shooting at the this guy over here. Ended up only taking 1 penetration and got immobilized. So he lost a hull point. He right now there's still a unit, but I think on my turn I might end up just moving them away. Or maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to keep him as a unit. We'll see. Maybe I'll just keep him in place. I don't know. I have to check up on that rule to make sure I'm not making something up there. And that was pretty much it. So we weathered fire pretty well. Looks like we're going to be capturing the relic this turn. So that's good news. Back in a bit. Okay, rounding up. Top of turn 2, what happened? Fortune here. Fortune on that guy. Guide on these guys. They decided to stay inside the group for now. A bunch of shooting. Fired StarC cannon from these guys. 3 shots were in range over here to fire at these guys. I managed to kill 2 of them. Justicar and 1 Psy cannon died. We claimed the relic over here. This model near the doorway has the relic. Shooting from this thing over here, stripped 1 hull point, and then shooting from this Wraithlord over here, stripped the other 2 hull points, and those guys popped out in a wreck. This Wraithlord fired all the guns into the Terminators. Look at this, 3 juicy Terminators out in the open, but didn't wound too well, and the one guy that took a wound made his invulnerable save. Pretty awesome for that Terminator there. This squad, they were guided, fired into here. Eventually what happened, he threw a Melta, stripped a hull point, but rolled only a 1, so it became a 3. Didn't do much, but then the Warwalkers helped him out, shredded that vehicle, wrecked it. He tried to charge in, needed an 8 to reach that guy, but only got a 7. And they overwatched, but couldn't do anything to him. And I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, so we just we beat up their front line. He's going to be sort of out in the open a little bit, but so be it. And it's on to bottom of turn 2 coming up. Okay, mid-bottom of turn 2 wrap-up because there is an exciting combat starting. These guys are charging into the Avatar. Overwatch tried to throw his Melta, but couldn't hit. Some shooting at the Avatar, but he made all of his saves from random shooting that happened. What else happened in this turn? Terminators, a couple of guys were able to see the Wraithguard, blew away 1 Wraithguard. Oh no, sorry, they didn't kill anybody, but these guys moved up and blew away Wraithguard. They've decided not to bother trying to even charge just because it's so far away and they're in terrain. What else happened? Shooting something here. I forget what it was. I think it was that last cannon. Was just able to see the Warwalker and penetrated it. It didn't explode though, so it just wrecked the Warwalker because he was down to 1 hull point already. And we're going to see what happens in this combat. I do have Fortune going. But it looks like I think we're initiative 6 on these guys because we got halberds, so that's going to be pretty exciting. So back in a bit. So what happened? I did forget to mention the Librarian tried 2 powers. Sorry, he tried 3 powers. First power, he actually succeeded on giving these guys a 4+ invulnerable save. Got through it. What was the other power you succeeded on?
I succeeded in giving the Terminators... we tried a Misfortune.
Oh, yeah, he succeeded on Misfortune on these guys, but then my 5+ Deny the Witch beat him, because Eldrad's level 3, his guy is upgraded to level 3, so I managed to succeed there. I didn't get a 4+, but I made my 5+. And then he failed on trying to Psychic Scream my Avatar. That's why he's already down 1 wound. And now what happened in combat over here? Avatar, of course, issued a challenge. Justicar, of course, declined, because why would he just let himself get killed? These guys were trying to save their psychic use of power for a instant kill because the Avatar is not Eternal Warrior, but they couldn't get any wounds through on me. And Avatar managed to put 2 wounds in only, but one of them saved because it was a 4+ invulnerable from the successful power. So that was it. Gong show over there, and we're on to top of turn 3. Back in. All right.
6.
I know, eh? Okay, so rounding up bottom of top of turn 3. Sorry, forgive me. Fortune on these guys, he was too far out to Fortune, so I just guided them, and I also guided this Wraithlord over here. But I didn't need the guide over here. What happened over here? These guys moved up, gunned down 2 out of those 3 guys. Actually no, they fired into here, but they passed all saves. So this guy ended up having to fire into there with the flamers. Killed 2 guys, managed to successfully charge, even though I rolled the 3 dice through the highest. I was lucky there. I rolled high enough to charge in, squashed him in combat. Over here, only 1 guy was in range to fire anything, but couldn't do anything through the cover save. This guy moved up, tried to charge into here, needed a 7, but couldn't do it. These guys over here gunned down into that unit, killed half the unit. Oh, we forgot to do leadership on those guys. Let's see if they stick around or if they run away for a little bit. Yeah, they're fine. They got a 4. Missile and some others shooting into here. Oh, sorry, missile fired into here, stripped 1 hull point, got a glance. These guys moved the relic closer to him because my Avatar has a feel no pain when he's within 3 inches of an objective, so this is the only objective in the game, so I moved him closer there. Consolidated 4 inches over here. After that, Gong show combat over here. They couldn't get any wounds in on me. I rolled 4 1s to hit, so that was total Gong show over there. But it is on to bottom of turn 3, coming right up. Okay, so middle of bottom of turn 3, wrap up what's happening. The Wraithlord's getting charged. Psy Cannon rended a wound off of him. Pretty awesome there. This vehicle just moved up here, smashing its way through, trying to cause trouble. Managed to get a penetration through, but again, just immobilized this one walker. Failed my 5+ cover that I had through a bunch of other stuff. Over here, 1 extra squad of, I think, two surviving guys charged into the Avatar, so there's an extra squad of 2 dudes. The Librarian tried to cast a psychic power, but his head exploded, so he left this world in so many pieces. What else happened? That was about it. Just, stuff moving up, just trying to put pressure on me in the center of the board here. We're going to see what happens in these 2 combats. Back in a bit. Okay, rounding up what happened in those combats over here. Avatar didn't take any wounds, cleaved down 3 guys with ease. Over here, these guys charged in, issued a challenge. The warding stave guy decided to not take the challenge. So that instead all the other hammers got to attack me. I managed to kill 1 guy from just beating him to death. The hammers, though, connected, needed force to wound, beat my guy to death. So he's toast, and they consolidated, I think, 5 inches into this terrain here. So we're going to have to deal with that. We're going to have to deal with this vehicle this year. We've got a lot of stuff to deal with. We gotta see what happens. And that is it. So on to turn 4 coming up. Okay, so we've just ended the game here. Last model is dead. What happened? Basically, Fortune, these guys guided them as well. They blasted in this vehicle, stripped it to 0. Fortune, the Avatar, just for good measure, fired these guys, moved these guys out as well, and fired both squads into here, and then gunned down those Terminators. So that was really helpful. Other than that, this guy didn't fire again. This guy successfully charged in, Hammer of Wrath, made his armor save, but then beat that guy down. All the attacks tried to go to the Avatar, but couldn't hit him. And then Avatar just killed most of those guys, and 1 guy died from a perils. He tried to just go out with a bang and try to get some hammerhand going, but that was it. But no, the game ends there. We do have the relic, and we managed to cleave it down. But thanks to the game, appreciate it. Thank you.